Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark, Sarah, and Pam. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Give us a listen at lydiamediallc.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by United Piping, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. And by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it! At 5 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. You can learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
Our guest in studio today is the CEO of Happy Haven, Amanda Karomba. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Great. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Happy Haven helps adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and we're going to talk to Amanda all about that and a whole lot more coming up in just a bit. But right now, let's take a look at some headlines for Thursday, December 19th.
Even before that, though, Can I say I love your last name? It's like bubbles. There's no angry way to say your last name. Karomba.
Some say Karomba.
Yeah, see? You gotta dance with it. I love
shoulder
it.
action there.
Thank you.
Why can't I find the news today?
I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
News,
there it is. Iconic Maine singer-songwriter David Mallet died yesterday at the age of 73. Mallet recorded 17 albums from his self-titled debut in 1978 to his most recent release in 2016, Celebration. His work has been performed by Pete Seeger, John Denver, Emmylou Harris, and the Muppets.
That's an impressive list.
The Muppets. It really is.
The Giffords Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence improved Maine's firearms laws from a D- to a C-. The center dubbed Maine the most improved state in the nation after the state approved multiple reforms, including expanded background checks and a 3-day waiting period to purchase firearms.
Following a nationwide search, Good Shepherd Food Bank named Robin McCarthy as its new Chief Advancement Officer. McCarthy joined the food bank in 2019 and will guide the development, communications, and government affairs teams in advancing Good Shepherd's strategic initiatives to ensure that everyone in Maine is food secure.
And in a ceremony at the Blaine House, Governor Mills presented the 2024 Governor's Awards for Business Excellence, which included Auburn-based Panalam Surface Systems. Panalam won the Heritage Industry Award for excellence in agriculture, forestry, and manufacturing. Since 1991, the GABE Awards have recognized Maine businesses with a commitment to their community, their employees, and the manufacturing or service professions.
I like their acronym, the
Yeah,
GABE Awards.
GABE, the GABE Awards.
That's nice.
Here's Pam with the weather.
Not so exciting.
Oh.
Cloudy today with a high of 39 and a low of 22. Cloudy tomorrow and Saturday with highs approaching 30. And sunny on Sunday with high temps in the teens.
So we get sunshine, but we're going to be freezing our butts off.
That sounds like winter.
Saturday is Ice Pod Filling Day. So
Ooh.
Oh, are you going to do a video?
I'll do a video.
Yes.
Yeah. I will.
Amanda, Sarah bought an ice pod, which is like an outdoor cold tub.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. Amanda's like, why?
No, not me.
It's already cold enough, right?
Yes.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to be fun.
Is it?
Yeah. You want to sports it up?
Let's sports.
All right. The Celtics will host the Chicago Bulls tonight at 7:30.
The Bruins visit the Edmonton Oilers tonight at 9.
Another late game.
Yes.
Oh, my
The
gosh.
final one. This is it.
Oh, Canada.
They're back on track on Saturday.
Bates College women's basketball visits Worcester Polytechnic Institute today at 3 p.m.
Amanda, did I see a fist pump when we mentioned
Yes.
the Celtics?
Go
Or the
Celt-
Bulls.
Go green.
Okay. I saw
Go
the fist bump. I'm
green.
like, is she a Celtics fan or a Chicago fan?
And women's Bates basketball.
Yeah,
for
of
sure.
course.
Yeah.
The Maine Nordiques face off against the first place Rochester Junior Americans on Friday and Saturday at the Colisée. Friday is Teddy Bear Toss Night, and Saturday is the Christmas Spectacular, where the Nords encourage you to wear your ugliest ugly sweater and bring your skates for a post-game skate with the team and an autograph session.
I'm sorry to correct you. You mispronounced the name of the opposing team.
I am so sorry. The Nords face off against the stinking
There.
Rochester Junior Americans
Got
Friday
it.
and Saturday.
There it is.
Get it right, Mark.
We got it
Sorry.
that time. If you're a football fan, probably don't care about this. The Patriots will visit the Buffalo Bills on Sunday afternoon.
There are other games going on.
There's other games you
so,
can watch,
yeah.
but, the Bills are great. So
They are. The Bills are very good. And on the high school scoreboard in boys hockey, it was St. Dom's over Lewiston 4-3.
And in girls hockey was St. Dom's over Lewiston, Oak Hill, Mount Ararat, Morris 4-3.
That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it is time for the podcast segment that is Sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for December 19th, shall we?
Okie dokie.
Oh, Pam, come on.
Just okay.
It's all right.
Just okay. A couple, but
All right.
It's a pretty long list.
We get a handful. Yesterday was incredible.
see,
with
I
the
missed all the good
FPBs.
ones.
Yeah, yesterday was pretty
All
good.
A-listers, Pam, including Stone Cold Steve Austin. We knew you'd be excited
Who
about
is
that.
who rounded out FPBs yesterday?
Keith Richards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
he's
real-
181
No,
years
no.
old.
Wait, who is that?
All right, get out.
We know this is your building, but hey.
Yeah.
I wish it was my building. No, it's not my building. It's just my office.
Jake Gyllenhaal is 44 today.
Oh.
Nothing, Sarah? He's Spider-Man.
No.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the bad guy in Spider-Man.
Oh, well, even better.
Yeah. He makes Spider-Man look real bad.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't like him.
We don't.
No, Mysterio
All right.
is his character's name.
Have you seen the new Roadhouse?
Oh,
No.
is he in that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Patrick Swayze, I believe. in that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I haven't watched it yet because I liked the original so much
Yeah.
that I don't
Yeah.
want to watch the new one.
Why remake perfection?
I don't know. They ran out of ideas, I guess.
Yeah. Alyssa Milano is 52 today.
Hey, hey.
Is she in charge?
She's in charge now. She played Samantha on Who's the Boss?
Who's the Boss? Yep.
From 84 to 92. Alyssa also played Jennifer Mancini in Melrose Place.
Oh.
97 and 98.
Okay.
And then she did wasn't she in a witch movie or something?
She was on a
Charmed?
show called Charmed.
Charmed,
On
that's
the
it.
Is that the CW?
Sure.
Yeah, I
Think
think
so.
it is.
That's what we'll call
yeah,
it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, My Name is Earl.
That's right.
Yep.
All right. Chris Angel, magician,
Oh.
is 57 today.
That guy's weird.
Does anyone like magic? Amanda,
No.
you like magic? No, not
really.
into
Yeah.
I like magic. I don't like magicians.
it. Gotcha.
Okay.
For those listening, Sarah is now mimicking Chris Angel.
What is this? Like,
Too extra.
it's too extra. Yes. Thank you, Amanda.
Sarah's doing her best David Copperfield impression right now.
It's
Yeah.
just weird. Like, I wrote an article for LA Metro magazine a couple of years ago about a couple of table magicians and
I'm going to say it was more than a couple years ago.
Yeah,
but yes,
yeah.
I think I remember. I wasn't here, but I remember.
Yeah, Pam wouldn't have
seeing it.
allowed that.
Stop.
But it was interesting to talk with them. They obviously don't share their secrets, but they did show me. Each showed me a couple of their tricks, and it was like, wow, how did you do that?
Right? It's
And I
impressive.
brought my son to one of the interviews, and the guy totally figured out what was going on in his brain. It was really weird. It was like a not magic, but like observation, I guess. It was neat.
Jennifer Beals is 61 today.
Oh yeah, see, that's a good one.
Let's hear it, Sarah.
She's great. Isn't she the Flashdance?
Flashdance.
Where she
yeah.
does the thing in the chair and she pulls the thing and the water comes down.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah. 1983.
Wow.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
She was in Taken in 2017.
She was?
Yeah.
She recently did the Book of Boba Fett.
The Book of Boba Fett.
Yep. She was a character on that. She was very good in that too.
Actor Mike Lookinland is 64 years old today.
What a fun name.
We know him as Bobby Brady from the Brady Bunch.
Oh.
And that's about it. He was Bobby from 1969 to 1974 and also came back for all of these sequels and spin-offs and movies and such.
Because he was doing nothing else.
Nothing else. Yep. He made his bones as Bobby Brady. And rounding out FPBs for December the 19th is Tim Reed. 80 years old today. The one and only Venus Flytrap
Flytrap.
on
Yeah.
WKRP in Cincinnati, which ran for 4 or 5 years. And then he was on Simon and Simon. He played
Oh.
Marcel Downtown Brown.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And he was also on Sister Sister and That 70s Show. Those are your FPBs for December the 19th. Locally owned and locally focused, Lydia Media celebrates the heart of the greater Lewiston, Auburn area through 2 magazines, Uncle Andy's Digest and LA Metro Magazine, and the new Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast. Each production shines a positive light on local businesses, nonprofits, events, and individuals making a difference in our community. Keep your advertising dollars local, position your business in front of your target audience with Lydia Media. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com. Now, finally, we shift focus to our guest in studio.
Boy, that took a long time, but we got there.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Thank you.
My day is half over, Amanda says.
Amanda says, I can't believe I sat through that. Amanda Karomba, CEO of Happy Haven. Welcome to the show once again.
Thank you.
We are thrilled to have you here. Amanda, what can you tell us about Happy Haven? What's it all about?
Sure. Yeah, it's a home. It's in a family environment that serves adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We also employ a large number of new Mainers, new Americans, close to 200 employees, and about over 95% of them are new Mainers, new Americans.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're fortunate enough to just be a bridge for them assimilating to a new home and also doing the work that they're most familiar with, which is caregiving.
Wow.
Yes.
And how did this all start?
Sure. So my husband and I both worked in the field for a long time, serving individuals with autism, brain injury, intellectual and developmental disabilities. And then we moved to Auburn 8 years ago, and I was a shared living provider, meaning I had an individual living in our home with us. And so we decided we wanted to see things done differently in terms of more of a family environment, giving love and support to people that need it. And so we decided to start our own agency, and we moved out of our first home and opened it up to the agency. There was an individual who was incarcerated and didn't need to be there but didn't have a home to go to, and so we were able to welcome her into that home, and then we grew from there. We're just in the Lewiston, Auburn area.
Mm-hmm. And you have a new location now.
Yes, right? Yeah. We're at 134 Main Street, which is the old Pedro O'Hara's.
Yes.
Our old Afro Taste, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's large space. We were in Auburn in the Engine House, a little bit smaller for us, but now
That's a big jump.
It's huge. Big training room, big conference room, computer lab, commercial kitchen to do cooking classes. It's exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah,
Wow.
Amanda, what inspired you to pursue a career in this field?
I'm originally from Rwanda, and we fled the 1994 genocide against the Tutsis. And my father and my mother and sisters and I immigrated to Maine. And back in '99, my mom she started as a caregiver. And she would always come home and talk about the work that she was doing. She has cousins that have Down syndrome and cerebral palsy, so she felt connected to the work. And I just remember her coming home and saying, wow, I can't believe this is work. Like, this is just so natural and giving. So growing up, I always, wanted to travel the world and do a lot of public health initiatives and such. So my mom encouraged me to start at home and really give back to the community here that was so giving and welcoming to us as immigrants. And when I married my husband, we had the same vision, same mission. It just was very natural. And it's not work. It's honestly rewarding to wake up every day and just be embraced and know that you're making a difference in someone's life just by being there, just by listening and reassuring and providing a shelter, providing an environment to grow and thrive in. So it's just so natural, it's humans taking care of humans. Yeah. Every day's different. It's challenging, it's rewarding, it's everything.
Humans taking care
Yeah, I
of
love that.
humans.
Yeah.
What a concept.
Organic.
We should kind of spread the word about that.
Yeah,
shouldn't
we should.
My
What
goodness.
a novel idea.
That's fantastic. Can you tell us how the move happened from Auburn to Lewiston?
Yeah, so it just came up that there was an opening about to come up at that location. And we really liked where we were in the engine house. The landlords there are just amazing. They're all about giving back to the community and diversifying the businesses in the engine house. And so we were comfortable, but we wanted to grow in terms of just space and being able to hold larger training classes and such, and really do cooking classes for our folks, even the staff who are getting to know like American dishes. And that really was attracting to see that we'd be able to have a commercial kitchen there. There's a local chef that is interested in holding those cooking classes for our
Wow.
folks.
That's cool.
So, there was a lot of work that needed to be done. We started construction in late May, June, and finished up around September, and then we moved in early September. And yeah, it's beautiful space, actually. Uncle Andy's Digest did cover our grand opening last
neat.
month. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Steve went in and took some photos.
I gotta look
So y'all should come and stop by and give you a tour and meet our
Love it.
people.
Love to see you. The sign looks great.
Thank you. It's finally working.
Right?
I had been driving by going, what is it? What is Happy Haven?
Happy
What is
Haven.
it?
Some people
I
are
wanna
like,
go
Happy
there.
Haven. Is it Hope Haven? It is Happy Haven, but it truly is a haven. And we try to be happy every day.
Is that where
Just say your last name and you'll be happy.
Right? Karomba.
See?
Is that how the name came to be?
Yes. My husband and I just kept going back and forth, back and forth. He came up with the happy. I thought really a haven. And so he said, okay, what about Happy Haven? I didn't like the name at first because it sounded a bit cheesy. But he said, it sets us apart and it really reminds us of why we're doing the work that we're doing, and that every day's not going to be great. It's going to be challenging, but at least we can look to the name and the mission of why we're doing the work that we're doing. Yeah.
Outside of the physical location, can you kind of take us through the growth of Happy Haven through the past 6 years?
It's been a fast growth, and we've tried to slow down because the time we started, there was a huge need, and we could have grown twice as much, but we wanted to prioritize quality over quantity and really make sure that we could satisfy our the need that we were taking on. Every day we'd get referrals of people that were homeless in ERs that shouldn't be, and hospitalized, who had been in hospitals for more than 6 months, just sitting there, not being able to go out and experience the outside because they had no staff to accompany them. So, and then we also had the staffing. So a lot of the issues that we face in our industry is that there's a huge shortage of staff because the pay is just not, it's not a livable, and also the workload, there's a huge burnout. But we, again, New Mainers really helped, especially during COVID. They showed up every day. They were scared for their life, on their children and their families with COVID and spreading that. But they understood that it was more, that they were giving back and that they were making a difference for individuals whose lives just completely changed, not being able to see their families as much or at all. And so they were there, and the essential workforce, direct support professionals make all the difference. They are chefs, they are nurses, they are housekeeping, they are everything, and not reimbursed as they should. But they make the difference. So, yeah.
And you now operate over 30 homes.
Yeah.
That's
and
amazing.
employ
Wow.
over 200 people.
Yeah, close to 200. And we always get applications in, and that's a good problem to have. But again, we invest a lot in training and making sure people are well equipped to do the work. And And really retention is another thing, because turnover is another high thing in our industry, because they can go to a local McDonald's or any retail and make maybe sometimes twice as much and go home and sleep at night without bringing your work home.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Sarah and I, in our previous job, worked with John F. Murphy Homes.
Yes.
And we got to meet some of their amazing employees as well. And there was a collaboration between the two organizations.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Yeah, absolutely. They do a lot of great work. They have day programming, and they host a lot of events that our folks love to go to, karaoke, different holiday parties, and they invite, and it's open to the community, so our folks love to go there. And so JFM and ourselves were part of a trade association of providers in Maine that come together. It's called Maine Association of Community Service Providers, MAXPI. And we all come together to advocate for different issues and best practices, and also uphold our DSPs with DSP Week in September every year.
That's
nice.
awesome.
That's cool. I like
great.
that
'Cause in the end,
collaboration.
you're all trying to do the same thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're better together than not.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And for those who aren't familiar with DSP, which is Direct Support Professional,
Yeah.
right? Could
Yeah.
you explain what exactly that is?
Sure. So it's a lot of positions in one, because they are there 24/7, essentially, because they provide support with grocery shopping, cooking, medication administration. You have to be a CRMA to provide medications, but coordinating appointments, getting out into the community, they transport. They also make sure your home is a clean and living environment. So they do a lot of work. You know, they're trained in CPR first aid to make sure that if there's any emergency that they're able to respond immediately and coordinate with emergency services. Again, it is an entry-level job, so the pay isn't as great. They do a lot of work because you're in someone's home helping them, and it's not an acute or a temporary type position. It's for the lifespan of that individual's life. So they do a lot of work. You have to be compassionate because it's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you deal with individuals who have some challenging behaviors, but you know that they need support and they need a consistent trust, building that trust. Because it's hard for these individuals that we serve, because you have different people coming in to support you that you're not familiar with, and it's a very vulnerable position to be in on both sides.
Right.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that you are hiring.
Yes, we are hiring always.
Yeah.
All through the state, a lot of providers were always hiring. Yeah.
What about volunteer opportunities?
I guess we're always looking for volunteers in terms of like holding yoga classes or different meditation and just creative things for our folks to do. We always have like holiday parties where every month we try to do a party theme. So they always love that, but I really want to get us to do other things like yoga classes, cooking classes.
More enrichment.
Exactly.
Giving them
wellness.
those experiences.
Yeah, for even the staff too, because they're working all the time and they need some time to relax and decompress.
Find those, mental health for themselves, ways to care for their own.
Absolutely, because they have no time outside of work, so we have to bring it to them.
Well, that's what sets you apart too, I suppose, is taking care of the people that are working for you and with you, so that you don't see that turnover and that burnout.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a hard job.
It is.
Yeah.
I did it.
You did it?
I did.
Yeah.
I was a DSP for Creative Work Systems.
Wow, yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
Shared living provided. Though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I worked in a group home. So it's very challenging because you never know some days what you're going to walk into if you're switching shifts with somebody or you never know. Moods change, but it was absolutely rewarding. It was one of those things where you could leave every day exhausted and be like, I made a difference today.
Absolutely. And you get so attached because you care even outside of work. We have staff on vacation. How are they doing? What can I bring back? No, they don't have a family to go home to for the holidays. What can we do to make it, enjoyable and exciting?
It's fulfilling.
It is.
Very, very, very. So.
Outside of the DSP position, Amanda, are you hiring for any other positions?
So we're always, we are expanding. We just added services for shared living and also quarter-hour home supports, which is we go into people's homes and help with anything they need. And so we are always hiring for those additional services. So, anyone who's looking for work can always stop by our office or look on our website, happyhaven.info.
They can check out your kitchen.
Yeah, if you want to come and cook, yeah, of course.
I kind of want to check out your kitchen.
Yeah, please
like,
do.
That sounds like fun.
Sarah makes a mean cookie.
I do.
Our staff are also really great cooks. We do a lot of African cuisine. So
cool.
our next get together, I'll definitely invite y'all and taste some African cuisine because they're amazing.
love
They
that.
do sambusas and African donuts and rice. Oh, it's amazing.
I'm curious. What's
Yeah.
an African donut?
So it's actually like a plain, what we'd call like a plain donut.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you actually use cake batter and all that, but it's
All right, I'm in.
Yeah,
She said cake. We're there.
it's really good. My mother-in-law makes the best African donuts. She actually makes them for all of our parties. Oh. Yeah, spends the whole night, and she makes close to like 500.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She loves doing it.
Are they fried?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we're there. Okay,
They are.
yes.
Fried and cake.
Sarah, calm
I know,
down.
they're fried. It's
Fried
okay.
cake.
Ooh, okay, I'm in.
Welcome.
Amanda, do you feel supported by your community?
I
since you've been
do.
here?
I grew up in Maine, so I consider myself a Mainer. And I've tried to move out for college, but I've always come back because of the community here. It's where I choose to raise my children. I have 2 boys. It's similar to the African community where it's like neighbors taking care of neighbors. It's close-knit. And moving to Auburn, Lewiston, I remember when we moved to Auburn, our neighbors across the street, an older couple, would check on us every day. And so being away from my mom, who was still in Portland at the time, it was just so heartwarming to know. And I was pregnant at the time. They'd come and check and say, "How are you?" So
Yeah.
Maine is home to us, and I definitely feel connected and supported through our chamber, who is always advocating, posting any job openings and connecting me to whoever I want to get connected to. So I really love and adore the people of Lewiston, Auburn, Maine in general. But Lewiston, I live in Lewiston, and we've obviously gone through a lot with the 1-year mark of the tragedy. But it's been fascinating to see how as a community we've just gotten stronger and closer. With social media, we often focus on the negative, but we don't shed light on the positive. So I really appreciate the work that you guys do here, because it's really showing there are people making a difference, and that's because they feel supported in the community. Because if you don't, it's hard.
Yeah.
It gets
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
So 110%, and I can't wait to see my kids grow up in this community and give back themselves. We're also international, giving back to our home country in Rwanda, but because of the financial freedom and the growth that I experience here allows me to do the work internationally and both here in the States.
That's
Great.
amazing.
Yeah.
So long answer, yes.
That was a perfect answer.
It was a very good
I was
answer. Yeah.
Just going to tell you, I've asked that question to many business and nonprofit owners, and your response was by far my favorite.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you.
You were honored earlier this year, I
Yes.
believe, with the Hannaford 20 Outstanding Women of 2024.
Yeah.
What did that mean to you, and what is that award about?
That was a treat, not mostly because of the other women. Women. There was a lady who, after the shooting here in Lewiston, she has therapy dogs that would come and comfort the survivors, just anyone actually. Other women that do causes, raise money by biking to Florida and back and raising money. And there's a lady who set up a mobile dental clinic So, amazing women giving back and making a difference. So I got the email when I was in Rwanda traveling internationally, and I thought it was a spam email. And I was like, what? And it was on my birthday, actually, that I got
what
it.
a great birthday present.
Oh, my goodness. It was such a treat. So and I reached out, and I knew nothing about this program, but I was so honored to be recognized. I don't do the work to be recognized, but it was amazing. And hearing someone talk about you, you're like, oh, wow, yes.
I remember.
This is why I do it.
Great, aren't I?
But it was such a humbling. There was also one of the awardees, 90 something years old, and still volunteering through board work and just the amazing work that she does. So it was a humbling night. We were on a radio station podcast and gave a little bit about what we each do, and then there was an amazing ceremony in Portland to recognize. It was a treat. It was amazing. My boys and my husband were there. Got to take pictures, and they were so excited. So, yeah, it was amazing.
That's very cool.
I like how you were, you identified that you enjoyed the award because of the company of who else received the award as well. Yeah, that's, putting yourself in that same category, you're just like, what?
On it, right. It's like, really me?
Yes, absolutely.
Humbling.
And I think because of what you do, you probably have very little time to just take a step back and think about what you've done and the good you've given to people in this community. And that kind of gave you that opportunity.
Sure, absolutely. It was a reminder of why. And, I always called 2024 was a year of excellence for me, and I always strive to be excellent, and also those around me. So, whenever you get those reminders of why and to keep going, no matter how challenging, and it gets challenging, but just keep going, day by day.
Day by day.
Yeah.
How do you find time to relax or unwind when it gets challenging?
Well, I have a huge support system. My husband is a huge inspiration to me. I do have a development coach. I have a coach that I work with who's really helped me to maximize my time. I used to say there's not enough time, but 24 hours is enough time.
When do you sleep?
Yeah, I know. Right? With boys and work, and I'm back in school. And so, I have a lot on my plate, but again, I maximize my time management. My colleague, who's our HR and operations officer, she's a huge support to me, and even a mentor, whether she likes it or not. But she's just so on top. Time management, every second is numbered. So I learn from her and people around me, but I really try to make time for my family, for work, and even for myself. I do have the time to do that, and I'm fortunate. Again, it goes back to that financial freedom of being able to coordinate your schedule, flexibility, and all that. Yeah.
Going back to what you said earlier, it seems like this would be the answer to the question, but is your mom the biggest inspiration in your life?
Absolutely. She's so selfless in every way, and she gives 110%. We actually work together now, and she's a DSP, a manager for the home that she supervises. But she gives everything, and she's made a difference in the lives of those that she's supported. So she's a huge inspiration. Single mom growing up. I am who I am because of her. Yeah.
Moms love to hear that.
Right. Especially now.
How are the annual review meetings when you call mom into your office?
Thankfully, I don't do those. I choose. I'm not there that day. But I'm hard. I just,
What do you see as the future for Happy Haven?
Serving more lives. And lives, I mean, not just those that we support, but also the staff. And I really want to create a program where their children, or even them themselves, can look to pursuing, a higher education, a degree, and have some sort of scholarship program for them. Also, the impact in the community. The work that we do is very challenging, especially working with neighbors. Sometimes, it's hard. Group homes in the community, it can be a challenge to neighbors who aren't used to seeing the police as often as they do with a home of ours of alike. And so, really outreaching to neighbors and building that bridge, for them to give back, us to coordinate with them. So I really want Happy Haven to lead in that work of connecting and building a better community, especially for the future. And so adding more services, extending the reach. Like I said, we're only in Lewiston, Auburn, but we plan to provide transportation to parts of the state, as well as remote supports. And so growing, and also perhaps global work. Like I said, I'm from Rwanda, and this summer I did a study tour to get to know the services that are provided there, and there really isn't much. Wow. Autism is still an unknown term, and it's sad because there are families that are struggling and that have children diagnosed with autism, but that's it. There's one speech pathologist in Rwanda.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And it's sad. It's really sad to see, but the amazing work that's being done there, and the government is super supportive, but needs the experts to come in and build that infrastructure for these services. So, yeah.
Where's the best place for folks to go to get more information or to apply for a job for Happy Haven?
Yeah, so through our website, happyhaven.info, there is a link to an application if you want to apply. But also always stop in and visit with us, get to know who we are. Our website sort of talks about who we are, and there's a video on there. But we always love to welcome people in our office to meet us.
You can always check out their ad in December's.
Oh,
yes.
You can do that
learn
as well.
Learn a little bit there.
Yes. That's been a treat. Yeah.
Fantastic. Amanda, is there anything else about Happy Haven that you would like our listeners to know?
It's really, again, about the people that do the work, the direct support professionals, and that they identify as new Mainers, new Americans, and they are the most hardworking people that I've ever met, because my mom is one of them, but also, they come here and within a year they're able to save enough to buy their first home. Some of them start a small business. There's a grocery store right in Auburn near the Engine House. And so Lisbon Street, there are a bunch of Somali grocery stores. So New Mainers are hard-working people, and they contribute a lot to the economy. So Maine has a really unique opportunity to show the country how to support these individuals the right way. I always say the American dream is, it's alive. It's a real thing that we all come to this country to have an attempt at, because we come from backgrounds of war and terror, but we're given a second chance here. I'm so thankful. I wouldn't be who I am without that second chance. So again, I encourage just Maine to embrace that opportunity and hand in hand work together to build our community and make it a safe environment for our children. Yeah.
The world needs more people like Amanda Karomba.
Absolutely.
The world has more people, better people.
Oh, stop.
1 in a million.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Winter is on the way, and if you're looking to get your vehicle, home, or health ready for all that Mother Nature has to offer, look no further than Uncle Andy's Digest. You'll find plenty of local businesses that take pride in providing great service at affordable prices. Holiday gift ideas? Yep, we have that too, along with jokes, funny stories, shout-outs, an events calendar, and a whole lot more. Uncle Andy's Digest, your guide to, well, just about anything. Visit uncleandys.com.
We like to close out the show with a segment called 3 Random Questions, where we ask you, get this, 3 random questions that have nothing to do with your work.
Okay.
We just want to get to know you as a person a little bit. Is that cool?
Yes.
Okay. I'll start. Amanda, can you describe your dream vacation to us?
My dream vacation. I'd say to Thailand. I love the water, for sure. I love anywhere where there's water, kayaking and such. But my dream vacation is traveling to a continent that I've never been to. I've never been to Asia, and Thailand just pops up. So that would be my dream vacation, probably alone or with my husband.
Untethered.
So it's an actual vacation. No, he'll hear this.
He's invited.
Yeah, he's invited.
Okay,
You know,
good.
he loves traveling. He loves traveling solo sometimes, but it's a treat.
Kayaking in Thailand, Sarah. You
I
could be
know.
paddleboarding.
Can I come?
Please.
No, she said alone.
I'm not
Actually,
burdened.
the more the merrier. I do like traveling with friends. Yeah.
Yay.
All right, who's next?
I got one. If you could befriend any fictional character, either from a book, a movie, or a television show, who would you choose?
That's a good one. Oh, the Black Panther.
Ooh.
Yes.
Not just because he's hot.
Yeah, not just. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think I would because I guess the movie portrays, just leading with dominance and calmness at the same time,
Yeah.
After his death, you could see just how shaken up everyone was and how the lack of leadership that was there. So I think I just liked how the Black Panther, how he moved and
Calm and
led.
assertive.
Yes, yeah. So
I get that.
that's a good question.
Thank you.
Sarah's got some good ones.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. All right, Pam's up.
Do you have a secret talent?
Ooh. It's secret. I can't tell you.
I always, I wish I was a singer. Okay, so maybe my secret talent would be I can really dance. At least I think I can really dance. Especially I'm a quick learner. So I love dancing, and whenever I learn a new dance, I'm pretty good. I'm
Pick it up
pretty
quickly.
good
Pick it up
to catch on pretty quickly. So I think that my
Nice.
hidden talent might be dancing.
All right.
Nice.
So
Maybe someday we'll see
maybe
that.
someday.
She can come join our ballroom dance class.
That's right.
Oh, I'd love that. Yeah,
It'd be fun.
Oh,
It's fun.
nice. Have to learn more about that.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, we had a guest in earlier this week who teaches the waltz and the rumba and the foxtrot and
Swing and the
Swing.
tango,
Yeah.
and
Oh my
the cha-cha.
goodness.
We've learned all kinds of dances.
Where
Sarah's taken the class.
Where?
It's the business is called Two to Tango. It's John Blanchett, and he does our ballroom dance classes at Mary Jane's School of Dance on Main Street in Lewiston.
Oh my goodness, I'll
It's
have
on the
to join.
weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah. You can check out his Facebook page if you're interested. We're
Nice.
putting together a new beginners class.
I'm so gonna check that out
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I need a hobby.
She needs one more thing
yeah,
to do.
I really do.
It's so
To
much
relax.
fun,
No.
and I bet that you would be very good at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't disappoint.
No.
now.
Great way to unwind.
Yes.
It really
Yes.
is. You can forget about everything else because you're so
Absolutely.
focused on
Right. That's
There's
relaxing.
no room in your brain for anything else
Yeah.
during dance class.
Yeah. Dancing and golf. Yeah.
Ooh,
Anything. Yeah.
Pam's a great golfer.
Yeah, Pam's a big golfer.
I'm a great golfer.
That's what I've
I
heard.
Pam, I think
I've heard that.
within our group,
Yeah, okay.
you're like on the LPGA.
Of the three of us. No, I've heard that you're a
Hard
good.
a hole maybe twice in my life.
I think you hold
Well,
yourself
that's
to too
impressive.
high a standard.
Seriously.
Sheesh.
See, we all have little talents.
Yes.
Kevin's
Another
pointed
great-
out that I am a glass half empty person. I'm like, no, I'm not. And now you're pointing out the same. I think it's when it only comes to myself.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other day, Sherry told me I'm a contrarian, and I'm like, no, I'm not. What are you?
Maybe I am.
Once again, Amanda, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
joining
so
us
much.
today. It's been a pleasure. She is Amanda Karomba, CEO of Happy Haven. We should let Pam say her name.
You want to
too.
say it?
Karomba.
Happy Haven is located at 134 Main Street in Lewiston. And for more information, you can go to happyhaven.info. We'd like to thank our sponsors today, Ruper's Beverage and Redemption and United Piping. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.